welcome back to Digital December. Today we are covering OneSuite. I do think that there's absolutely value in OneSuite. Number one, it's free. So it's our CRM, or our contact relationship manager, that is free through Realty One Group. So I'm all about stuff that's free. Once you start having income coming in and making money, then if you decide you want to go for a more robust system that's a little bit more user friendly, then you can make a decision to choose amongst the millions and millions of options there are out there for a contact relationship manager or a database. Okay, so we are going to go into detail in OneSuite and how to interact with our database and how to set up all of our touch campaigns and everything come January. The focus of January is going to be our database, but today I just wanted to do a high level. Here's how you work OneSuite, get familiar with OneSuite so that you guys can start getting all your contacts in now. So come January, we can hit the ground running with setting up for the appropriate contacts, interactions, so that we can bring you guys more deals through your database. So if you hear nothing else today, please have a database, have it set up and ready to go. So this is OneSuite. If it's been a while since you've logged into OneSuite, they have updated it, which is nice. So it's a little bit more pleasing visually to look at. So to get here, you would just go to your one login, then go down and find OneSuite. Super easy to locate there with that one login. There is also an app for OneSuite. So if people click on things, they send you messages, you can get alerts on your phone as well, which is quite handy. I've actually, I don't even know where they came from, if they just searched, I don't even know, honestly, but, I've gotten leads through OneSuite over the last year, a few of them. So anyways, there you go. It does do magical things. One of the magical things that OneSuite does is over here. So once you're logged in, this is the dashboard. The dashboard has a search bar up here, so you can search for other agents. So if you need somebody else's phone number in our office, if you need a client's information, you can just search their name up here. So if I plug in Petard, sometimes you have to be a little patient and wait for it to pop up. Sometimes it's just, they're working on it. I can hit search here as well, which sometimes just typing it in, it does drop down. And other times, if there's too many, then you have to hit that search button. And then that's how you'd search. Either here's agents, here's contacts. Okay. Here's your notifications. So let's just take a little tour of the dashboard. Notifications. So it'll automatically pull a birthdays and anniversary list that's coming up for you and throw those in there, as well as any upcoming tasks. So you can toggle between birthdays and anniversaries and tasks. So it's a really good way to just log in here on a daily basis, see whose birthdays are coming up, wish them a happy birthday, send them a happy birthday card. I would recommend multiple touches on their birthday. Ultimately, they should be getting like a text message from you. You should be wishing them happy birthday on social media if you have it. And I would also recommend the week of their birthday, sending them a birthday card. Okay. If you like real true interactions, give them a call on their birthday and wish them happy birthday. Okay, so that's your notifications up here. That's how you get to that. And then over here, it has your information. This is where you can go to your profile. You can change your password or you can log out. Okay, so that's your thing there. I think we talked about this kind of profile yesterday, but let's just click on that. So I just clicked on my name, clicked on profile. Here is where we have website settings. Okay, this is where you can choose featured communities. Okay, here's where your agent information is. Here's where you can put in addresses, phone numbers, update your picture, display your license number on the website. Please make sure that's turned to yes, because legally it needs to be on there. If you have a professional title like Chaos negotiator or something like that, you can throw it in there. You could just put realtor as well. Also, if you put realtor in here, R-E-L-T-O-R, keep in mind if you hit on a Mac, it's Option R. It'll add that little R symbol there, which should be attached to the realtor. So just know that you can do that with the Option R on a Mac. I'm sure there's a option there as well on a PC. I just don't know what it is. Here's where you should put in your biography, your bio here. Okay. Your time zone, probably a good thing to put in there. Sync with, so if you want it to sync. Contacts last sync. So if you hit sync, it's going to sync with your Google account and pull people over there. It will also pair up with that calendar that you have and sync those onto your calendar. Enable auto sync, yes or no. Here's where you can put in your birthday, your anniversary, right? So this is all your information there. Super important to put in as much as you can here. If you have any designations or certifications, you can select them from there. Here's where you can put in all your social media information. So make sure that stuff's in there so it's linked to your website. So this is all going to pass through over to your website. Once you're done, you're going to hit save, or you can hit save and close. So if you're one of those people that you're like, I just want to like make sure it's saved, you can save and then continue entering more things. And once you're done, you can hit save and close. All right. So that's that top bar. In the middle here, we've got any announcements. It talks about, hey, enhanced user-friendly interface. So if you want to click play for a quick walkthrough of the changes that were made to OneSuite, that's in there. You can scroll through those. Here it talks about more about the ecosystem, how it interacts. See, it's got a little picture there, the phone for the phone app, and then also how it interacts with your website. So if somebody clicks on your website and fills in their information, it's going to automatically put them into your OneSuite, your database for you, and it's going to mark them as they came through a drip funnel. Here you can also promote your listings on here. Okay, so lots of different things. If you want to learn more, just scroll through these, click the learn more, and it'll pull it up so that you can learn about that information. The next section is contacts at a glance. Okay, this is just, hey, how many contacts have been active in the last 30 days? How many upcoming tasks do I have in the next week? How many contacts have I added in the last 30 days? How many listing alerts were sent? How many market reports were sent? And what's the percentage of reports opened? So we were using OneSuite for our contact management, but we were using Real Scout for all of our market reports and stuff. And the relationship with Real Scout has now been terminated. So we need to move all of that over to here so that everything's coming out through our OneSuite. But there you go. There's a more in detail. So this is just, hey, quick overview. What do we have coming up? If I wanted to say, hey, what's my active contact? I can click on that box. It's going to pull up who the active contacts were. Slow to load. Here who it's recommending that I call today. Here's the reports sent. Here's how many have been opened. Here's the reports that were sent or the activity that's happened. Here is user activity. So they submitted a contact us. So this is the user activity. Unsubscribed contacts go here. Any hot sheets that you have, so like save searches, go here so you can pull them up really quickly, just like you would inside of Berries. Any upcoming tasks show up here. Birthdays and home anniversaries. So when I clicked on it, notice that it pulled up the more detailed client tracking dashboard. But it took me right to the section that I needed to be at. Here's how many total contacts I have in my database. Here's how many total leads, how many were active in the last 7 weeks. Total active campaigns, one contact running campaigns. So there's 276 campaigns available, new contacts added to campaigns. And then here we have listing alerts, total reports, property detail reports, total reports. So there's that. Listing views. There, 39 times my listings have been viewed. It shows you kind of the breakdown of what that looks like. Google Analytics, sessions of visitors over time. This is going to be on your website. So you may like log in here and be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know people were using my website. But look at that. I've got new visitors and returning visitors. Super exciting. So there's that client dashboard. I'm going to go back to the main dashboard. Okay, so that was down here. If I click on any of these, it's going to take me to that client tracking dashboard, or I can click this hyperlink right here in the middle, the client tracking dashboard. That will take me there as well. Okay, so there is kind of the overview of your dashboard. We took you into that client tracking dashboard already, so you know what that looks like. Now, over here on the left-hand side, we have our links, our toolbar that we can click on. So we're on home right now. That's our dashboard. Agent in our office search. This would allow you to search either agents in our office specifically. So if I click on that, it'll pull up all the agents that are associated with our office or the Santa Rosa office. So everybody who's associated with Fox. I can go into office to get the office contact information. Maybe you need to call the office. There you go there. So that's your agent office search. Now remember in OneZone, so this is OneSuite. In OneZone, you can search offices across the United States. Okay. Here is, we're going to come back to contacts and leads here in a minute, but we're going to skip over that one and go to calendar. So if I click on calendar, it gives me my calendar and then also appointments coming up or that have gone. Okay. So anytime I add something to my calendar, it will show up here. And again, if you have that sync turned on, so maybe in my contacts, which you'll see here in a minute, we added a task to, or we added a listing appointment, right, to our calendar or to a contact, it will add it here under our appointments. So you'll see it. If you have your calendar synced, it's going to sync that calendar with whatever other calendars you're already using. So there's calendar there. This just does a week by week calendar. Obviously, you can swap over to month, week, or day. Okay. And you can go to day. Okay. You can search by date if you need to. Versus appointments, pull up just the appointments that you have scheduled or listed. Okay, so that's the calendar tabby. The next tabby is your listings tabby. Here you can do a property search. There's a lot of functionality inside of OneSuite, and it's getting better all the time. So we can do a radius search. We can do we want on market? Do we want pending? Do we want a quick search, area search, features, right? Now, remember here when we go into searches on anything, especially ones that are off the MLS, sometimes they're going to have options here to search by that maybe don't actually, we don't have in the MLS. And so just be careful with how detailed you try to get on these searches because it's only as good as the information that it's pulling. All right, here is search listings. You can do a map search. So just going across the top here, we can do a map search. So because we're subscribers to Barry's and MetroList, you have options of both of those. If you hit comment, it pulls it from both. Okay, so there you go there. So we can do a search that way. You can pull up your listings there, and then that gives you the easy link to be able to promote your listings onto social media. And then you can also go office listings. So if you're like, man, I'd really like to host an open house this weekend, who has listings that are active? Well, you can come in here and be like, hey, let's sort it by status. So if I just click on this, it sorts it as active. And I can just go down and say, who's got active listings that wants me to host an open house? Right? So it gives you that ability to be able to do that. Okay. If you see a property and you're like, oh man, I didn't realize that we had that listing. We can click it here. We can hit text. You're going to plug in your contact here. And you're going to hit send message. It's going to send out a text message. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, that's the other thing about the property searches on here is you can send them out as a text message. You can also email from here. So we just come in here and hit, and then it's going to say, hey, which kind of email do you want? Simple, standard, open house, custom descriptions, multiple, just sold, right? So how do you want to do this? And then generate that email. So you can send the email out as well. Okay. So that's your property search and your options there. Okay, so lots of good stuff in here. You can go to your saved searches. So if you had done a search and hit saved, like this one, then you can go into save search and then you just hit view properties. That will pull up those properties that are on that search that match that. Okay, so you could have a save search for each person in your database that's searching. Okay, magical. All right. So that is inside save searches. So any search that you can save it, name it, and that way you know how to, you can pull it up really quick. And then historical sold listings. So if we wanted to pull that, we would just hit a new report. Here we would select the property type. So maybe we want single family homes. Maybe we want sold, anything sold in November. Sold price, I don't know if we have to put anything, well, it's red, so that means we have to put something in there. We'll leave it blank and see. Oh, so you could pull, let's see here. All right, so yeah, so you have to put in sold price, city, state. So this would be, all right, hold on. We're gonna figure this out. Give me just a second. Hold on just a second. I'm just pulling up one. Hardware. No, here. We're gonna go. So I'm just pulling up a document. All right, hold on. We're gonna go 1066 DONALD just because we want to see what this is. All right, hold on. We're almost there. I'm just pulling up the sales price. Oh, maybe I'm gonna change this. Oh, all right. Oh, no. All right. Anyways, I don't have the details in front of me, so we're just gonna move on. But you should be able to get a report here from that property. So go ahead and play with that with a closed listing. All right. So that's under listings. You can do property search, save search, or historical sold listings. Keep in mind, this is not going to be, when we went into property search, it gave us the option of berries, combined, or metro, but it's not going to allow you to search in other states or cities there on that property search. Okay. The next one that we have, we had promote your listings. So that is the same button that we got under listings, under my listings. It will allow you to go in there and promote it. The next one is client reports, property exposure report. This is pretty cool here. So I just ran one this morning for Ford. So you just hit new. You would come in here like once a week. You could run a new report. So I'm going to click on it. But this would be a cool thing to be able to offer potential sellers of the property or just to give an overview on the day that you go on market. Let's see here. Oh, no. It's just scrolling through them. Hold on just a second. Let me get it to pull it up. We're going to hit new report. All right, property exposure report. It gives you, hey, listing exposure to a vast number of potential buyers, total number of buyers signed up looking for homes on realty1group.com, total number of searches made on realty1group.com by buyers looking for homes like yours in the last 90 days, total number of listing alerts delivered to buyers in the last 90 days, total number of people receiving property detail reports who could see your home once listed, 14.43 million is the total number of property views across the web from Realty One Group listings in the past 90 days. Now, I don't know about you, these numbers look pretty big to me. If I'm like a home seller and you showed up as part of your listing presentation or your pre-listing packet with this information, if somebody went to, they're interviewing multiple agents and they went to another one and said, well, how many searches are being made on your websites and like outside of the MLS, what's your activity with your company? And they're gonna be like, I don't know. Oh my gosh, look at this, 14.43 number of property views across the web, right? We have a large reach. So use this to share your story. Here it pulls up quick comps for that property, around that property so that they can see what those quick comps look like. Here's the summary of those comparables of October 23 versus October 24. It's showing what the market is, right? The average days on market's down for that neighborhood. New listings are up, sold listings are up. So that market is looking good, right? So this is just a quick, like, down and dirty CMA property exposure report. It's got more details than a CMA. I think it's really cool. I think you guys should all be using it inside of your listing reports for sure. So there you go. So that's the property exposure report. Property exposure report. Okay, listing alerts. Here you can sign people up for listing alerts. These would be like if you have it go into a contact, so you have like a safe search going to a contact on a regular basis, you can say, hey, when it was created, when the last email was sent out, okay? And then you can go in there and see that search. You can edit that search. You can see what's going on there. You can view the properties. Okay, so that's listing alerts. Property detail reports. So this would be like a single property that you want to send out. Your market reports. That would be for a market area. This was actually pretty cool. So we can hit new on here. We're going to call it 95688. We're going to send it to Abby. Haha. All right. We're going to go market areas. We're going to go 95688. See if it pops up. Single family homes. Okay, you can add multiple if you wanted to. Display title. Here is your local market report for 95688. Okay, copy agent on report. You want to get it, and is it enabled? And then all you have to do once you got that information in there is hit preview. You would hit save and send, but check out this market report. Here's the local market report as of 12/4. Here's the snapshot. The median price of this since this time last year has gone down. The average sales price, though, is going up since last year. The median list price is down, but the average is up. Remember, the median is like if I've got 11 homes for sale, home number 6 would be the median home, the one in the middle. What did that one sell for? So it's really neither here nor there. Versus the average sales price, you take all 11 homes, total them up, divide them by 11. That's how you get the average. Average days on market, right? So here's that market report. Market summary, new listings, new properties that have come on the market. It gives the details over time. This is the 4-month average, the black line. So it gives all that information. Here's the average sales price. Here's the average sales versus list price. So black is the list, gold is the sales. Here's the average asking versus sold, average asking price versus sold. Here's properties for sale. Okay, October 2024. This is like 0 to 200, 200 to 300, 300, 400. So it breaks it down by price so they can see what the sweet spot is. Average sales price per square foot. Month supply worth of inventory. Look at that. It's going down. Average sales price and average days on market. Okay, month supply of inventory. And then there's the end of the report. How cool is that report? What if you just did one of those for all of your clients every like December? At the end of December, you ran this report so they'd have like a 2024 compared to a 2023 market report, end of the year market report. You could always do it in January too. So super cool there to be able to see that. Okay, so that was under the new market report. Okay, I like that. I like that you can save it. You can email it out instead of mailing it if you want to. So you could add in all those contacts. I believe that you could probably browse contacts by like a tag. Oops. Let's see. All right, let's hit browse. Let's see. If I browse my contacts. No, no, it just gives me names and email addresses there. Let's see if I go to search. If I go to search, I can addresses, systems, deleted. No. You would think that it would allow you, oh, here, contact groups right here. So if I went into my contact groups and I had everybody grouped by like Vacaville, I could even group them by like 95688. So think about this when you're setting up your database. If I grouped them by 95688, I could go, hey, we want that. We're going to hit OK. Everybody that's got a Vacaville tag, which is nobody, I just added that tag. I haven't actually put it, but then I could come in here and I could select all those people. Super simple. I could hit OK and it would add all those people that report, and then bam, I hit send and away it goes on its own and I'm done. In like 5 minutes, I just sent an email to my entire database. So super cool. Anyways, so there we go. That's the market report. Okay. Here's your report cover images. So if you didn't like those pictures, you can change up those images right here. And here are your report settings that you can go into. So that's all in your client reports. They have some pretty cool stuff there. The Drip Campaign Center, we're going to go into this more come January. We'll talk about drip campaign letters, drip campaigns, campaign tags, how to set these up, how to create them, how to add them to your contacts. That's all under Drip Campaign Center. In the meantime, you can go into drip campaign letters. You can search, there's company letters. These are like company-wide ones that have been set up in here. So maybe you want to check with that. So they have like live easy home projects to do. I don't even know. Let's look at this one. If we click on it, it's a live easy is ready to help you tackle your home projects, right? So it's just some marketing emails that you could send out there. Okay. The other cool thing that we have here, remember, we haven't even gotten into contacts and leads yet, but we have open house registration form. So if I click on this open house registration, it was just on that toolbar on the left-hand side, open house registration. It pops open a new tab. Here we would search by address. Which property are we going to hold open? Come on. There we go. We're going to hit open form. So you plug in the address that you're going to hold open. Maybe you've got your iPad out. Maybe you want to have this, right? You can print it so they can scan it on their device and log in that way, log their information, touch-free options on the mobile device. Here they're going to enter their name, email, phone number. How did they hear about this? Are you working with an agent? Give me feedback about this home, right? And then they hit submit. Now they've registered. I would really like to know if we can edit this. I haven't found a place yet to do so. Hopefully soon they'll let us, because there's a couple things I'd like to take off. And how cool would it be if we could copy the verbiage from the Ohana form, the open house registration form, onto here so that people could see it when they sign in? We'll have proof they signed it, right? That would be so cool. But we don't have that right now it does opt them into everything. And then what happens is when they hit this submit button, which is the coolest part. See, I might put up with questions I don't like because when they hit submit, it automatically puts them into my database. So they automatically get added into my OneSuite CRM. Super simple. They can scan it up. I don't have to deal with paper anymore. They can scan. I don't have to put them into my database. They get there already. Because let me tell you, back in the day, I used to host open houses almost every week, probably 3 to 4 open houses on minimum per month, sometimes more, because sometimes I would do 2 or 3 weekends with 2 open houses per weekend. I had a lot of leads on lots of little sheets of paper. And you know what I did with those? Nothing. I usually would call them afterwards. And then I'd take that little stack of paper with the best intentions and throw it in a stack on my office desk and be like, I'll get those added later. Yeah, that never happened. So don't be like me. Get them added. Use the open house registration form so it can go in right away. All right. The other thing that we have here, which we kind of mentioned the other day, is your website. So here's where you have your website editor and your communities. So if I click on website, go to website editor, it's going to open up a new window, right? So you've got all these options here. Find your dream home. What's my property words? Property search. It's featured communities, featured listings, so much magical, sold information. Oh, look, I could have gotten, oh, here. Let's see. Hold on just a second. 4865. Name, Placerville, 95667. Hold on, just 512. Let me see if it shows me a date. If not, I could probably search the address on my email and come up with a date. Sold for, let's see here. Do we have a sold date? Course not. All right, we will find the sold date though. All right, so there you go. Oops, let's come. Okay, so that was website, and then website editor shows you all your information there. I'm going to search that property real quick to see if we can pull up that other report. So we're going to go 48. So I can get a sold date 65 Vogelsang. All right. In addition, you have resources. So content creator. Here's your AI content creator. How do you want do you want it informative? Do you want it very casual? What's your length, short, medium, long? I want winter home maintenance. I'm going to hit compose. Look. Oh my gosh, it just wrote a whole thing for me, and all I had to do, it took me 2 seconds, and then look at that. Make sure, check your hoses, drain your garden hoses, wrap them up so that your those outdoor faucets, so you keep them from freezing, clean out gutters. Nobody wants a frosty waterfall. Now, keep in mind, I went very casual. So if I went very formal and hit compose, look at that. See how it changes the whole look of it to be more formal? Magic. Okay, informational. So depending on, and you could also be like, hey, I want it to be long. Please make sure you always double check this. Okay, because sometimes it's not right. So anyways, then you just hit the copy button and then you put it on there. So if I was making up a drip campaign or getting ready to send out an email, I could come in here to the content creator, plug in what I wanted, and amazing. There we go. Training videos and documents opens up a new tabby for our resource guide. CRM here is like kind of the help guide for your OneSuite CRM. One University, there's a whole bunch of trainings and stuff in there. Paid professional services, here's where you can partner with other vendors that have partnered with Realty One Group. Okay, we'll let that continue to open. And then you have one support and then also partners as well. So these are more people that have partnered with Realty One Group. That's, oh, there we go. There you go. OneSuite, Global Professional Services. All right. So there's your toolbar going down the left-hand side. Now that we've done that, we're going to go back and click on contacts and leads. So we have so many things that we can choose from here as well. This is where you're going to put in all those contacts. You've got groups, emails, sent marketing emails. So if you want to see what emails have been sent out, we just click that. Anybody who's set to get a marketing email, these are mostly happy birthday and home anniversary ones. It shows whether they, how many times they clicked on it, if they opened that email or didn't open that email. So you can check it out there. So that was sent marketing emails. Here's bounced or invalid email addresses. So these are all the ones that are incorrect. So which email was it that bounced or came back? So you can get in there and fix it so that we know which ones are inaccurate. Okay. And then contact import or export. So if you have a whole bunch of contacts that you want to import, instead of doing each one individually, you can put them all into a spreadsheet and you can import them into your database so that you don't have to hand enter each and every one. So we would just select import or export. If we're trying to put them in the database, that's import. If we're taking them out, that's export. You click next and you're going to follow the instructions. The next one is our client tracking dashboard, which we already saw once today. Here it is again. This is another way that you can get there. Okay. All right. If we wanted to email, here's email. We could compose an email from here. Okay. And again, we could compose an email, come down here to this resources and go to content creator to help you write your email. All right. Groups. So here's all the groups that I have. So this would allow me to say, hey, who do I have under clients? I could click on that one and it would pull up those. I don't think I've actually grouped any of my people. So it doesn't show anybody. Excuse me. Okay. I'm just curious now. No. All right. So there's that. Or you can go to contacts and leads. If we go to contacts and leads, this is going to take us to whoever's in our database right here. Keep in mind that all these little arrows mean you can sort by any of these columns. So if I wanted to sort by when it was created, I could come over here and click that button and it would put them in order from newest to oldest. If I click the button again, now it's going to put them oldest to newest. Ta-da. Okay. And then again, when I click it again, it goes back and sorts it the other direction. This shows me who has active marketing. You can rate your clients on here and lead status. So these are leads that came in through my website or wherever else. So it might give you the option to accept that lead there. Okay, so our options here, we've got edit, we've got trash. Don't ever trash your leads unless you have no contact information for them. Here they came in through the lead funnel. So this came in probably through the website. Here is, they've got a little dot if they're hot, like a hot lead. This one just came in. That's why it's marked as hot. First name, last name, email address, phone number, where the lead source was. So all these were agent websites, so I do know where it came from. Request type was contact us. When it was created, if there's any active marketing, and then we could rate them, and then lead status. So there's your main dashboard there. Home value leads come in here. So there is on your website, there is what's my home worth. So if somebody were to click on that, they could fill out that information and it would throw them into your CRM under home valuation leads. Okay, so it separates those out for you, makes them easier to find. And then you can also click on tasks and it'll tell you what tasks that you have coming up or haven't been marked done. So we can click that and say, hey, it's done, mark as complete. Now that won't show up there anymore. So that's kind of how you navigate that. If we want to add a new contact, we just come down here and hit the new. Here's how we enter in all that information. Okay, you're going to plug in all their information as much as possible. Again, this was like yesterday's trading. Normally I'm like, hey, do as little as possible, but on your database, put in as much information as possible. Okay. Here, there's their profile. You can jump down to contact. You can link spouses together as well. Here's their addresses and then any notes. Keep in mind, anytime we interact with this client, we should be adding notes. But let's say that we put everybody in there and we save them. Okay. Then they get added to our database. So now let's see here. We're going to go. Nope. All right, we're going to open me up in this database. Okay. Oh, I hit edit. Cancel. Yes. Okay, hold on just a second. I hit the edit button instead of the view button. So I really want the view button. So I hit the little eyeball. All right. So this brings up this contact. Again, I could edit it by hitting any of these little edit buttons. It's going to open that up in there. I can rate this person just by clicking on it, edit contact information. Here it gives a quick overview of the client, active marketing campaigns, what they're enrolled with. Last touch was a listing alert, last activity, last contact, next upcoming task, sent emails, view sent text messages. So if I wanted to click on that and say, hey, what was the text messages? This one failed, sad. Listing alerts there. Okay. So you've got that information in there. I think you have to have a service connected to be able to send text messages. I could be wrong though. It could send them out. I'm gonna have to look further into that before January. Here's if we wanted to add a task, so we can hit new. So maybe I talked to Amy today and decided that, hey, we're gonna phone call, follow up. Okay, status is to do, start date. I need to do this one next Wednesday. I talked to her today. She said, check back in with me next week. If we wanted a reoccurring reminder, we would click that there. Who's this going to assign to? Other properties? What do we need to do? And just put make sure to call to follow up on listing appointment. Okay. We're going to hit save and close. Now it saved that task. It'll pop up as to do next Wednesday for me. Okay. The other thing, if they had recent website activity, it would be here. Recent marketing reports would show up here. If they're on any drip campaigns, which Amy's on a birthday campaign, so it shows up right here. And then birthday, and then the campaign tags. This cycles in because of the campaigns. And then it says, here's what they unsubscribed from: listing reports, property details, marketing. I unsubscribed from everything. Okay, so that's why those are all red and show unsubscribed. So there is all of that information. We could hit the view more, which brings down contact groups. I'm under clients. I can manage and add to different groups. So maybe we're going to go, hey, we've connected and they're a referral partner and they live in Vacaville. We hit apply. There we go. Ta-da. Okay. Okay. There you go. So that's how you go in there and manage that one. See, any other questions, you can throw them in the comment section and I will get back to you. And again, we're going to dive more into this come January, show you how to manage your database, how to interact with them, and then show you how to set up drip campaigns and such here as well, based on the recommended ones. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you want to add a note, you click the edit button, just so you know. That should allow you to add notes. So anytime you talk to your contacts, you should be adding notes about what was discussed so that you know exactly what to talk about the next time. So here we can go notes. Right, so lead received. We can resubscribe them, I think. Let's see. Don't resubscribe most of your people unless they ask to. If somebody unsubscribes, that's a good opportunity to reach out to them and say, hey, I saw you unsubscribed from this, this, and this. I just wanted to make sure that you do still want these emails, or just so you know, if in case you ever decide that you want me to set up a property search again, we'll just have to resubscribe you. I just want to make sure you're aware of that, so you can do that as well. Okay. Ta-da! All right, there you go. There is your overview of OneSuite. I hope that was helpful. I hope you feel a little bit more comfortable. Get in there, navigate, set yourself up as a contact first, send yourself stuff. It really does make it more fun. Oh, I never figured out the sales date of, let's see. Nope. We're gonna go VOG. Oops. I'm really curious as to what that closed sales report looks like. So let's go to listings. Was it listings? Historical sold listings. All right, let's see here. You could probably put in your property as you had things close. You could put them in here. I have no idea. Oh, so this is if you want to add sold listings to your website. I think it'll show up here, things that didn't show up previously. That was the wrong one. All right. So anyways, there you go. We'll play with that more, but hopefully that was helpful. We will be back tomorrow with Thursday. We're going to talk about OneDesign and Canva, how to create like postcards and flyers and different things inside of OneDesign and Canva. So if you have any questions, hop onto that. We'll see you soon.